Emily here, and today I'll be talking about a topic that I think resonates with a lot of us and most of us, partly because we are growing up in this kind of digital generation, because it is an important factor in this problem. I don't know if I should call it a problem though. I mean, I think it's a problem. I don't know. Let me fill you in. I'll be talking about the fear of wasting time. And I don't want to seem like some know-it-all. I don't know it all. This is just my own perspective. So, disclaimer. In this fast-paced world that we currently live in, it's very easy to feel anxious and fear that we're not spending our time wisely and feel anxious about how we spend our days. I'll try to explore why this fear exists and what are the contributions to it and how we can maybe work a little bit to lower our stress levels about this specific fear and topic. So yeah, let's start. There are many factors contributing to this anxiety and fear. One of those are definitely cultural expectations and kind of these cultural standards. Yeah, I forget the word. As many of us are taught from a young age to base our worth on our productivity. People in society often praise the people who are busy all the time and who are productive all the time and constantly on some form of a project. Including me, I also feel guilty when I rest or when I take the time to relax or have fun. But we need to all kind of learn more to be in the moment, because it's so hard not to think about the future or the past, but we gotta do it. It's detrimental to our own health and mental well-being. We kind of feel like we're wasting time when we relax and rest because we think we could be doing something more important to our future. I don't know. Well, no, I do know because I also feel like this. I don't know. I also have a coffee here. Let's get further. This fear and anxiety leads us to hustle culture, which glorifies overworking and constant striving. And don't get me wrong, okay? Productivity is amazing and it's awesome and its ambition is valuable, but persistently obsessing over constantly being on a run eventually leads to burnout in many cases. I think it's important to recognize that rest is not stopping you from succeeding and pursuing your goals of choice. Yeah, that's what I think. And then there's fear of missing out. Let me tell you, I have FOMO so often than healthy, probably. Kind of even in situations that I couldn't even be a part of, if that makes sense. Like, I feel FOMO from, I don't know, that I'm not at Coachella, or I don't know, that I'm not somewhere that I cannot actually realistically be at that moment. Doesn't matter. Or fashion weeks, okay. I cannot realistically be there, but I still feel the fear of missing out. That's just how it works, I think. I don't know, okay. Let me move to the next thing, because I got lost in my own ideas and now opinions and experiences. I think it's really easy to fall into the trap of comparison, and it can really be detrimental and make us question our own choices and timelines. Societal standards that mark certain life events, like graduating at a certain age and leading to a dream job or starting a family at a certain point in our life, can all create pressure when we're not meeting the certain age, We feel that if we don't reach them by that certain point, it makes us feel like we're falling behind and that we're not on the same timeline as most people were or are. And if we get more philosophical, we can recognize some existential concerns. For example, recognizing that we're not here forever and that our time here is not infinite can all kind of spark a sense of urgency within us. And while this awareness might motivate us to pursue our goals and activities that get us to that certain point and that certain goal that we are after, it can also lead to anxiety about it and stress. Yeah. Also, the search for purpose, inner purpose, is really, really excruciating. And in times that we're not just certain, we might worry that we're not living life to its fullest potential, and we are more aware of the time slipping away. Now, we'll get deeper into the darker sides of productivity. This was more like an overview. No, it wasn't really. It was just the starting reasons. Now, the darker side. Yay! While being productive has its many, many, many benefits, it can get us to a point where it's detrimental to our mental state. And I really love the word detrimental. I use it all the time now. You probably noticed. That's okay. Pushing ourselves without enough rest and relaxation can lead to physical and mental strain and exhaustion, then eventually burnout in many cases. Yeah. And when we view every single thing only through the lens of productivity, we lose the simple pleasures in life and little fun hangouts and stuff like that, because we're constantly thinking if this is gonna help us reach that place where we want to be. And I am guilty of this. I'm guilty of not being fully in the moment. I'm trying to overcome it though. So how can we overcome it? Why do I talk about this? That now sounds so crazy. I don't know, it doesn't sound crazy, but I'm always talking about overcoming, just like the word overcoming. How can we fight against it or get over it, let's say? We should all understand and recognize that rest is essential and helpful for overall well-being and really important to move forward in life. Also, activities that you enjoy, even if they're not essentially productive or they're not actively helping you to reach your goal, they're still valuable and yeah, they're worth it. Also try to engage fully in the activities, whatever the activity is, even if it's productive, even if it's not productive. Try to engage fully, whether it's work, whether it's a hobby or relaxation. Just simply be in the moment, because it really helps you to then not be guilty of that moment, from my own experience. Because when you're fully in it, you don't think that much of other stuff. You should also, this is like a pep talk, you should also reflect on what truly matters to you. Yeah. And focus on activities that align with your values and with your passions, even if they don't meet the expectations of society. Even if society will judge you. So you should continue doing what you like and what you enjoy. It's worth it, rather than meeting society's standards. That applies to a lot of stuff. And maybe we should all slightly limit our social media consumption. It might help us to take the pressure off a little bit and to take the pressure off comparison. Because you know what Roosevelt said? Comparison is the thief of joy. So there you have it. I don't know, yeah. Understand that it's okay to not have every moment planned or optimized. I have the need to sing this, but I won't, for the sake of all of us. Life is what happens to you while you're busy making other plans. John Lennon did sing this in a song, but originally it was said by a different man in 1957 in the Reader's Digest. The man's name was Alan Saunders. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, because I don't know. That was just a little personal insert and info, I guess, fun fact. Because I love the Beatles, I like John Lennon. Let's move on. Some of the most meaningful experiences come from unexpected side quests. My storage got full. That's okay, because I deleted some stuff. Everyone has their own pace and doubts, and it's important to take the time to find your own personal path and pace. To just wrap this all up, fear of missing out is a common experience, I fear, especially in a society that demands being constantly productive. And just remember that the time that you enjoy and the time that you have fun is never going to be a waste of time. So that's all from me today. Thank you for hanging out, and thank you for listening to me talk about random stuff. And yeah, see ya.